Hello, my name is Amanda Brooks, and today I'm going to be teaching a vocabulary lesson. After reading the book, Teaching Reading in Social Studies, Science, and Math by Laura Robb, I decided I wanted to focus on vocabulary. Specifically, I want to focus on the strategy word map. Okay, everyone, I need everybody's eyes up here looking at our vocabulary words. First, we're going to read all of these vocabulary words, and we're going to go over the definition of them. After we've given the definition to all of these words, we're going to focus on one specific word. That word is going to go on the word map. Our first word is fund. A fund is a sum of money raised to give to a certain purpose. So if you have a fund, you would give it to a special cause such as breast cancer or anything like that. Our second word is chuckled. Chuckle is a soft laugh. You're not laughing really hard, it's very gentle. Our third word is staring. When you stare at something, you're looking at it really hard. You're not looking at anything else. It's like you're zoomed in and focused on the thing that you're looking at. Our fourth word is the word disappointed. Disappointed means when you let someone down. And this is the word we're going to focus on our word map in just a little bit. Our next word is repeated. Repeated means when you say something or do something over and over and over again. You just keep doing it again and again. Our next word is budget. A budget is a plan for how you're going to spend your money. So when you're an adult, you're going to have a budget and you're going to kind of map out how you're going to be able to spend your money. Our next word is an account. Account. An account is something that people put their money in. So if you go to the bank, you set up an account and they will keep your money for you and nothing can happen to it. And our last word is received. If you receive something, it means someone gave you something. And these are the 8 words we're going to be focusing on all week long. They're going to be in our reading story, but we're now going to focus on just one vocabulary word today. We'll focus on the other ones in the next couple of days. But today, we're focusing on the word disappointed. I'm going to put the word disappointed up here. Next, I'm going to go over a word map. A word map is something we can use when we are wanting to find out more information about that word. It might be a word that we're not very familiar with. So the first thing I'm going to do is write the word disappointed where it says word. And I'm also going to explain to you how to fill this out so you can do this on your own one day. So I'm writing the word disappointed. And then we're going to talk about it. I'm going to make this one just a little bit longer. Okay, the first thing I want to mention about disappointed is that it has an ED at the end. So every time you see a word with an ED at the end, that means it's in the past tense. That means it's already happened. It's not going to happen in the future. It's not happening right now. It has already happened. So disappointed. This means it's already happened. So now we're going to talk about what it is, what it is like, and some examples to help us out. So when we talk about the word disappointed, we first have to ask ourselves, well, what is it? Disappointed means to let someone down or upset them. You might have heard your parents say before, I'm really disappointed in you, or I'm really disappointed we didn't get to go to the movies. Something like that. You've heard this word before, but it is a bit bigger than what you're used to. but all it means is to let someone down or upset them. So it just means to make them sad. Now, we're going to talk about what it is like. What is it like to be disappointed? Think about that in your head for just a second. Okay? What is it like to be disappointed? It means that you're upset, you're sad, you are disheartened, downhearted. It can mean you're angry in some cases. And it can also mean that you are dissatisfied. And now we're going to talk about some examples of how someone could be disappointed. I want you to think of a time when you were disappointed. Okay? Here's some examples that come to my mind instantly. I would be disappointed if the snack machine took my dollar. Then I can't have a snack. So that would make me really sad. Another example would be going to Walmart and then my parents not letting me buy a toy. That would also disappoint me. Another example would be going to my ball game and losing the game. That would make me super sad. So we're going to write some of these examples down, and I want you to think some in your head, and we can discuss those examples later of a time you were disappointed. So I'm going to write just a few down, and then we can elaborate it more later on in class. So losing a dollar in the snack machine. Another example we said was losing a ball game or losing a game. It doesn't just have to be a ball game. You can lose a game on your Xbox. The last one was not being able to buy a toy, like when you go to Walmart. These are some of the examples that come to my mind when I'm thinking of a time that I would be disappointed. Okay, so let's recap of what we've learned about a word map today. A word map is a vocabulary strategy that we can use when we come across a vocabulary word that we're not familiar with. It might be a word that's longer, such as disappointed, or it might be a short word that we've just never seen before. Let's talk about filling out this word map one more time to make sure we all know how to do it. So when we come across that word we're not familiar with, like we did with disappointed, we're going to write the word down first, where it says word. Next, we're going to talk about what is it? We have to decide what exactly is it? We can look it up in a dictionary or anything like that, or we could also use context clues to help figure out the meaning of a word. Once we figure out what is it, then we're going to figure out, well, what is it like? So like in disappointed, we use basically different synonyms for this word. So words that are similar to the word that we're studying. Like upset, sad, downhearted, angry, dissatisfied. All of those words just mean disappointed. So when we come across these words and we fill out a word map, we can fill out synonyms. After you have figured out what is it and what is it like, you can come up with some examples. The examples can be things that happen in your life, like losing a dollar in the snack machine, or losing a ball game, or just a regular game, or not being able to buy a toy. All of those are great examples of disappointed. So when you fill out your word map, you can fill out examples that are similar to what these are using that word. Now that we know what a word map is, we know how to fill it out. We can now use this as a reading strategy later on throughout the year when we come across these vocabulary words that we're not familiar with. Now, tomorrow, we can fill out another word map focusing on one of those other vocabulary words. And then we can continue that until we've completed all 8 of those.